And here on 11 Alive Plus, we are following breaking news out of Fulton County. Fulton County commissioners filing a motion with the Northern District of Georgia seeking to get the 2020 material back. Let's take you live out there now.
This is election season, nationally, statewide, locally, and there's been a lot of speculation about what we are doing, what we should be doing, advice and counsel from all quarters, particularly elected officials, would-be elected officials, and so forth. But I ask you to talk to us before reporting things that may not be factual, because this is a serious case. Now, this morning, Fulton County filed a motion in federal court on my behalf, personally, and on behalf of the Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections. That's Robb Pitts and the Board of Registration and Elections versus the United States of America. The motion seeks the return of all files from the 2020 election that were confiscated by the FBI last week during the raid at our Fulton County Elections Hub. The motion also seeks the unsealing of the affidavit that was filed in support of the search warrant that the FBI used to raid our warehouse. Now, however, because the case is still under seal at this time, I cannot share the contents of the motion itself. Now, last week, I committed to the voters of Fulton County and the world, for that matter, that we will use every resource at our disposal to fight for their vote, and that we will fight using all resources against those who seek to take over our elections. Our Constitution itself is at stake in this fight, and I want to repeat, the Constitution is the law of the land. The Constitution is not a suggestion. And once again, I want to thank all of those from around the nation, legal minds in particular, who have volunteered their assistance, because they know that this is bigger than just Fulton County, Georgia alone. And we appreciate their help. And I really want to thank our county attorney. She and I have been working around the clock since last Wednesday, because this is a complicated case and we want to get it right. She's very competent, she's very capable, but we also recognize that because of the fact that this will involve, and probably will involve, states, other states. In fact, the president himself has mentioned some 15 plus other states where he believes that there are problems. That's why I say that this is a very complicated situation and has implications far beyond Fulton County, Georgia. That's why we've brought on some outstanding legal minds, and I can talk more about them later if you'd like to know who they are, to advise us in this matter. We're not in this fight alone. But again, this case is not only about Fulton County, it's about elections across Georgia and across the nation. But Fulton County, make no mistake, in my opinion, we are the poster child here of all the states, all the counties, all the cities that may involve. It's Fulton County, Georgia, because of the 2020 elections. And the president himself and his allies, they refused to accept the fact that they lost. And even if he had won Georgia, he would still have lost the presidency. The 2020 elections, I've said it over and over again, and you know the story. They've been reviewed, they've been scrutinized, they've been audited, hand recounted, and everything else you can imagine. The results are always the same. And What they're doing with the ballots that they have now, we don't know. But if they're counted fairly and honestly, the results will be the same. In addition to that, since 2020, Fulton County has conducted 17 successful elections without any issues. Our Fulton County Elections Department, as I stand before you this morning, is focused right now on delivering free and fair elections in 2026 in compliance with the law. And we must do this without interference or threats of a federal takeover. Since we're still in the early stages of this fight, I can't go into a lot of detail, but I promise you that I, in my role as chair of the Board of Commissioners of Fulton County and the spokesperson for Fulton County, I will continue to keep you updated as warranted. Thank you.
It sounds like you're suggesting that there's other people involved in this lawsuit other than Fulton County in the United States. Is that accurate?
When you say it,
We've been watching Fulton County Chairman Robb Pitts live there talking about the motion Fulton County has filed with the Northern District Federal Court seeking all of those records seized by the FBI back.